Passed the electrical inspection. Hell yeah. Give you a quick little tour of what I got going on now. I know I don't keep these videos up to date very well, but it's looking good. See the lights up there? I had those all powered up just to see what they look like, and it looks freaking awesome. Go upstairs here. Found these lights online and absolutely love it. It's perfect. Looks like it belongs. I actually have those same exact lights in my sandblasting cabinet at the shop. Fits the theme perfect. Real industrial looking. We got, yeah, wires. So many wires. Just trying to figure out how this all works. I'm not an electrician at all, like I said. I'm a metal fabricator, so doing anything on this has been pretty much learn it as I go kind of thing. But I did meet somebody on Facebook on some electrician page who helped me get all of this right. Just answered all my questions. Any pictures I had, I would send them, and he was telling me what I needed to do, what I should do, and the best way to do it. And I can't thank that guy enough. Don't even know him. Still some good people in the world, but all that is done up to code, just like it should be. This is the kitchen, obviously, and be a galley kitchen. So what I did was I put wood up in the walls where cabinets are gonna go. I think we got like a microwave wire here. The microwave is gonna be above the cooktop, and it gets a double oven over here. So that's what that big cable is right there. I think that's 50 amp, massive. But it's a double oven that goes in the wall there. This side doesn't really get any appliances or anything. It's a shallow 18-inch countertop. So we'll have a walkway in the middle. I don't know if you can see the blue lines on the ground here, but kind of cool. It makes like the walkway, and then at the end of it, the refrigerator is right there. That's the plug for the fridge. Then it kind of kicks out. That will have bar stools on this side. So you have to walk around. There'll be a couple of bar stools on the back side here with the light right above it, right there. There's three lights down in the basically the center of the kitchen. Hopefully I got that all right. This walkway is just exit out the end if you want, to the end of the kitchen. Still haven't put the wood in the steps, but this is all done. All the holes are drilled, everything for the cables. I just have to do it. I'll get it done. That's not important at the moment. So we got doing the metal studs. You have to put all these grommets in the studs. Even just like getting the wires to go through there. It was a learning experience for sure, because all of that there's codes for everything, and there's so many rules to electrical. Hats off to anybody that does that stuff, because there's a lot to know. I mean, even the inspectors didn't seem to have all the answers when I was calling them. They didn't know. So you have to do all your research. I got all these plates because the studs are only 2.5 inches, and I think that's like the wire is going to be 1.5 inches away. So no matter how you look at it, the wire is going to be within 1.5 inches of the end. So every single one of those has at least a single plate with 2 rivets. Some of them are these bigger plates. I forgot how many that was, but it's definitely well over 100 times 2. Bathroom in there's all done. The blue wire here is for, it's got another light right here that goes, looks just like the one on the outside. So we're putting it off to the side because the headroom here is important for the steps, and it's all good, but if the light drops, then it's really not, and I don't know if they're gonna say anything, so I figured, hey, we can just put one over there and that'll look good any which way. So the blue wires are for, is it a 2-way switch, 3-way switch, I think they call it. So there's a switch at the end of staircase, another switch right there. So you can turn this staircase light on. And this other blue wire here is for smoke detectors, because they all have to be linked together. There's 3 of them in the house. 2 of them are right there. I had no idea I needed to link them together, so I was gonna steal power from, you know, an outlet or something down there to power that one. Can't do that, so right at the end, I'm trying to figure out how am I gonna get one more wire to fit through here and not overload any of these holes. I did it. So yeah, all done there. All the wire there, light up there. These were a little easier because I had to fur out the wall for the pipes there, so there was actually a little bit of room. I didn't have to sweat that, but I did have to get a hold of the inspector about leaving those wires out, because I got a guy to do the spray foam, and I want him, I kicked this whole thing out some away from the wall so there would be space behind it. So I want to make sure I can get some spray foam in behind it, as I obviously don't want condensation inside the electrical panel. It's probably the worst place in the house to have that. So what I wanted to do was just leave all of these wires out of the box instead of putting them in how they're supposed to be on your rough inspection. And they were cool with it. They said, yeah, it's not a problem. And so now, before they do the spray foam, I'm gonna pull all these wires and just let them hang out. So that will be cool. No worries there. They can spray foam as much as we want behind it, and none of those wires right there will actually be in spray foam because they're far enough away from the wall that, you know, it's not, as long as it's not up to that point, it's gonna be pretty much there. I did put some extra grounds to the studs. I don't know that it's necessary, but I couldn't guarantee it, so I just did it because it was easy. But there's like a ground on the outside. I can show it to you right here. Yeah, see, I got that big old pipe down there. Goes all the way down to sub panel. But I guess that's the main panel out there. The inside's the sub panel. So the outside one has the main breaker, and it also has, I think, 6 breakers in there. So I can run the well out there. There's a wire, ground wire going down to the 2 ground rods. That's all buried out there and all that good stuff. So that's all done. And I connected to the plumbing copper line out there too. So got 3 fan receptacles. There's one down there in the hallway next to the staircase, but that's the metal things there. I welded those things together. There it is. Yeah, I just welded that together because it did not weld good with that galvanized stuff. It was kind of, being the studs, they designed it for 24-inch on center studs as well as 18. These, you know, they'll work for either one. Problem is when it goes from the inside like that into the inside of the stud like that, it's further in. So it's technically, it's like if you had 24 inches on center, those would be 24 inches apart, which is where they are now. So being they were that far out, that's why I did it like that. I just welded them, so I was certain I wasn't gonna have any problem. I can put the biggest fan I want up in there. Fan up in the bedroom, all the lights around here, and I did put the wood finally up in here. So when we spray foam, it doesn't hit the door. So if I ever needed to open the doors or ever wanted to make like a balcony on the side of the, which would look cool, but man, it's a lot of work. One thing at a time. But at least that way, with the wood there, the spray foam will be on the door so they can be opened. And all these, I put 20 amp stuff in here. Don't ask me why, just cause. And I do have outside plugs, so there's 20 amp there. And we got 3 of these lights up here, which is pretty cool. So that one down there, 3 across here. I did make this awning because of the water dripping down and getting into these stupid tracks and not running out fast enough. It would fill up and it would just end up coming in just a little bit down in here. Super annoying trying to figure out why and what to do. And it just turns out like these doors are not really designed to be flushed up to the outside of your house, I think. Maybe they are, I don't know, but it just was not working, so the awning makes it look so much cooler. Anyways, that is steel. I made out of 2x2 box tubing, same as this, and then I made some pretty cool brackets. Some awesome welds. Let's see. Yeah. Some awesome welds nobody will ever get to see. But it looks cool. Some plates welded in. Designed all that stuff at the shop and just whipped it up. I think it looks killer. See it from a distance here. Yeah. Made those pipes. Those are 1 3/4. But yeah, it looks really cool. And it's keeping the water out. There's a seal in the very back edge of that. It goes all the way across, and it sits up against the top of that black thing, so the water actually runs down the sides, which works out perfect. There's been no more water leaks. I had a little bit of an issue, but I got it all straightened up. And now that that's done, the next step is build this deck out here. So yeah, this walkway, the whole idea of the reason that it's angled like this is because that staircase hallway. I don't know if you're gonna see I'm standing far enough back, but yeah, so we had to do that for the headroom. So this way you can walk, turn around, let's show you again. So when you walk out the door, you'll walk over and you can walk right around. I haven't put the cables in there, so be careful you don't fall out. Yeah, walk out to here, and the whole top all the way down here is going to be a deck. So I just got these finished tacking these last 8 pieces that I haven't had in here yet, and I got the size. I've had friends come over, help me get them up here, and then my neighbor came over and helped me set them up without knocking them off, because that would have been a bad time. So it looked really cool. So yeah, you're not going to be standing on the roof. These roofs are bouncy as hell when you're just walking on them, and the more you walk on it, the greater chance that you're going to get a low spot, and then to get a low spot, that's where water's going to settle, and that's where could be some type of issue, and we don't want that. No, don't mind that sweet umbrella, but I was trying to I had some issues down there trying to get the water to shed off because of where it's been welded, so it kind of was, the water would run and puddle, not much, just a little bit towards the staircase side. So I filled it from the, like, kind of tapered the lower parts of the corrugation out some to get it down, and then I'm going to do the whole top in that white stuff, but I was trying to get that white stuff down there before I finished putting the metal stringers across down there, just to make it easier to get the white stuff on there. And the umbrella's there to keep the leaves off. It's doing a terrific job, as you can see. But that part looks cool, huh? Hell yeah. So, next is handrails for this. Going all the way around, so it has those stainless cables all the way around this thing. That's huge. It's like it doubles the size of the house. Love it. There you go. Now you're up to date again, and I'm sure I'll be late on the next one as well. Got a couple little lights out here. One down at that corner, like floodlights, so that one kind of hangs out. But with these 3 lights just lit up. Actually, I had them all lit up, but like the whole everything down here is just lit up. The whole yard is just lit up. It's just really cool, like you're in a tree house. Pretty awesome. So thanks for watching. I will see you next time.